I'm Drew Brophy. I've been a professional artist for over 20 years. It's my job to make things look cool. My wife Marie and I run a small family business where we get to design all kinds of cool stuff. Every day there's something new going on in my studio. Come with me behind the scenes and watch how a little bit of paint can make stuff look really cool. Today I get to see t-shirts and board shorts that were created from my original paintings for Hihano Tahiti. I also have 2 paintings to finish and deliver this week. Then I have to pack up and drive to Santa Cruz, where I have been invited to give a painting demonstration at the Sacred Craft Surfboard Show. Tave, I'm so excited to see how everything came out, man.
You know what, Drew, every time I see the painting, they look amazing. I can't wait to show you, what we got here.
Yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, I like the tones. Oh yeah, check that out. How'd the trunks come out?
The most amazing trunks we ever made.
Just think of all the time we spent on the sketches, getting the stories right, just crazy trying to get all that stuff down, and then, hey, there it is!
It's an amazing, amazing board short.
So it was like one of the first sketches of the Chopu piece, and Chopu is probably the heaviest wave in the world. It's in Tahiti. It's got to be one of the most beautiful places on the planet.
A lot of story behind it. It means the wall of skulls.
The wall of skulls, and these kind of represents maybe the souls of the past.
For the people that lived.
And this was the actual stone.
They used to sacrifice people also on it.
This one was quite the project. This is the sketch for it, and this is the tree of life.
It basically tells the story about a guy that sacrificed himself to be able to feed his wife and kids.
Yeah.
I mean, very, very special. So vibrant. I mean, you see on this one, there's so much orange, red, and yellow. This is by far my favorite.
A lot of symbolism in this one. We have the eels there that are prevalent there, the flying fish,
the marama,
the taro root, the coconut, and then of course the wave and the sun. And the sun's just amazing, and this one just boom, just exploding.
And this is what this piece is about life.
What are you going to do with them? You going to hang them in the office?
Hang them in my office.
In your office? I hope you got a lot of wall space.
Thank you so much again for the hard work, and I really appreciate it.
All right, well, let's load these things up.
Thank you, Drew.
The Hinanu project was a lot of fun. It took over 6 months from start to finish.
Woohoo! Wow, these fit good, man.
It's nice to finally see our hard work in action.
That's everything, right?
One of the best parts of my job is having meetings where I get to go surf. I just wish we were in Tahiti surfing Chopu instead of 1 foot San Clemente Pier. Not every project goes as planned. Let me break down the process of creating a painting and what can go wrong. This painting here is something that we just did for a commissioned client. That started out as a meeting with the client, and we talked about what they wanted. They were very specific with the things that they wanted. That led me to create a sketch. The first sketch was really rough. We did that while we talked to them, and it was a lot of fun. From there, you actually have to paint the painting. And for me, that's the real fun part. That's where the magic happens, and I get to play and listen to music. And it takes, a couple days to get one of these paintings done. And I just really dive into it and just try to seclude myself so that all I'm thinking about is this.
I might add a little blur, but not much.
What was interesting about this project is we were very happy with the art, but
we'll follow up tomorrow. Thanks. Well, that was bad news. Turns out our client doesn't want Neptune in the Neptune painting. So I'm gonna have to go break the news to Drew that they didn't like it, and we're gonna have to somehow in Photoshop pull out the focal point of the painting and make sure the composition looks good and make it work.
You think oh my gosh, how are we gonna get that out of there? Well, with Photoshop, you're really able to play with the image and be able to remove different things. And the end result was something like this. I removed Neptune, I had to rebuild the sun, and I took this wave, I cut it out, I rebuilt it and put it there. Now, I don't usually use the computer, but in this case, we had to do it to try to make our client happy. This was a lot of work in the computer to make this look good and make it look like it wasn't tampered with. So now we think we're done, but they ended up still not wanting it. And as an artist, it's very frustrating, and you can't take it personally. For whatever reason, they thought it wasn't the right thing for them after we had done all this work. And we have to decide on how we're going to deal with that. Well, lucky for me, as soon as we put it on our website, there was somebody that contacted us and it was perfect for them. They thought it was awesome and they wanted to buy the painting. So there's a happy ending. And I always got to remind myself that you got to connect with those people that love your work. And in this case, it worked out. So the client's coming to pick this up. I got to add a frame to it. I got my frame over here, and this should fit perfectly. So I just need to staple this in and then add the wiring and stuff, and it'll be all ready to go. And that's pretty much it. Now it's all framed, complete, looks great, and we'll be excited to see it go live somewhere else. Tim, I hope you like the painting, man. It's all done.
Oh yeah, Drew, this is incredible. I'm stoked.
So you got a place that's spotted to hang it already?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's perfect. Yeah, I'm stoked. That's absolutely awesome.
So why don't I sign the back of it for you?
Beautiful. Yeah, this is great. Oh, what I like about Drew's art, the subject matter is just incredible. And I was so intrigued when I saw this painting. I had to get it. And King Neptune, he's just amazing.
Thanks so much, for supporting my business and supporting my family.
Oh, my pleasure. I think some of your art is just absolutely fantastic. The colors, just the progressive style, just amazing.
And I'm just happy that this gets to go live at your house and expose more people to my art.
Greatly enjoyed.
All right.
Wendy is coming here today. She's an art collector and she's commissioned Drew to do a painting for her son's bedroom. Drew's painted about 7 surfboards for her family, and they always send us these wonderful little thank you cards. This one's from Spencer. Dear Drew, thanks for the wicked painting on my board. I especially like the fish with the eyeball popping out. You are awesome. This is part of the fun of my job, getting something like this in the mail. So they'll be here in a couple minutes, and I think they're bringing one of Drew's painted surfboards for Drew to fix because they got a ding in it.
Hey you guys, how are you?
Good to see you.
So you guys ready to see the painting?
Yeah. Yeah. But we have a couple of dings on our board, yeah.
What? You dinged up my boards I painted for you?
I have one too.
All right, let's see. Oh, I remember this one. This one's awesome. Oh, there it is. Okay, we can fix that. That's not too bad.
The dings are here and the nose.
Whoa, look at that one's got a ding in it. Oh, good thing it wasn't on the fish. Okay, so where should we start? What should we touch up first?
That's how you looks like brand new.
You can't even see that ding, huh?
Yeah. Where? Looks like just when I got
There's no such a thing as the ding.
Can you? Yeah.
It's gone. So who wants to go see your painting now? Now that we got this done.
I do.
All right, Spencer, your painting has begun.
That is so sick. Man, that looks awesome. I know, that is so cool.
I guess about 3 more days I'll be working on it. So what do you like best about it?
I like how the person was all bummed and he's like chicken legs because he's been surfing all day.
That's you, yeah, that's you passed out.
I like how he took the fish and cooked it on the fire right after he surfed. You can see the bones.
Left
Yeah,
the
that's
bones.
pretty cool too.
So let's talk about this. This was the sketches I sent you, and so we had 3 different sketches.
Is it hard to do the sketch on the tiny paper?
No, it's actually pretty easy. I just come up with ideas and, You know, I like different things about them, but this theme overall really does tell a story of the surfer being worn out from a good day of surfing. Isn't that the best feeling?
Yeah.
I just love to surf so much that I wish I could ride all these waves that I paint. So I wish I could be that guy passed out on the beach after riding all those great waves.
Well, thank you.
All right, well, nice for y'all to come down, and I'm glad I was able to fix those boards up before they got too messed up. And then this will be done in a few days, and you're gonna have a brand new painting on your wall.
Exciting.
All right.
All right, well, thank you.
Wendy just called a couple minutes ago and she was wondering when she can pick this painting up.
Well, I'm working on it now, and I mean, I can probably get it done by tomorrow.
You think you'll have that done by tomorrow?
Yeah, I can knock it
Wow.
out.
I mean, it looks great, but it looks like you've got a long way to go on it.
I'm almost done with the color, and then I'll just do the black, and you know, maybe by tomorrow afternoon.
All right, well, I'll let her know. And we want to wrap this up before Sacred Craft because we got to get on the road and go.
Yeah. You excited, son? Go Santa Cruz? Whoa. You gonna go swimming up in Santa Cruz in that cold water?
No.
No. How about
Not in cold water.
How about the pool at the Dream Inn, your favorite place?
Yeah!
All right. We'll let Dad get to work. So I worked all night on Spencer's painting, and it's really come along, and I'm really pleased with it. But it's really hard staying up all night and painting and getting this done. I'm exhausted from staying up all night. But this is part of the job, you know. When you tell somebody it's going to be done, it's got to be done. So it's just time. And when you pull an all-nighter, you make up the difference on the days the waves are good, and go surf all day. So it makes the all-nighters worthwhile. That's one stoked little boy. Surf out.
Oh no, that's so cool.
The prints that you guys made, that's all we have, so we'll just bring all those. And the flyers, Drew's on that, so you can cross that off.
Business cards.
Business cards, there's a box of paint shop business cards somewhere around here. Just find the box and pack that. Preparing for a trade show and a road trip always tends to wig me out because there are so many things to remember. Here's my list of things I need to do, take, and prepare. And if I forget one little detail, it can be disastrous.
All right, so we almost ready?
Yeah.
All right, so we got to load the van. Get those loaded up there, son. Good job.
But in the end, everything comes together, and once we're finally in the car and on the road, I can relax.
This is where everybody settles in, mellows out, and enjoys the scenery of the Central California coast. Eight hours later, we arrived in Santa Cruz. This town has killer waves and great surfers. We were stoked to get to our favorite little spot, the Dream Inn.
Oh, awesome!
Oh, what are those binoculars for?
Those are for looking out over the balcony.
Oh no, it was a long drive.
Oh!
So we're off to the races already. let's bring in a table first. So this is what it's like when you have to set up for an event. There's just no easy way to do it. We got a lot of stuff. And then I'm gonna start building the booth. And we gotta build it in a short amount of time. And then we gotta work the show all day. Rain! It'll be kind of nice overnight. We get to rest, but then tomorrow afternoon, we gotta tear it all down again. So it's just like really quick, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, you'll see.
Of course, it hailed when we were unloading the van, but we made it fun. Snowball fight! Oh, baseball. Okay, ready? Batter up! Yeah!
You look wonderful.
Last setup going. We're almost done. They already let people in, so I feel pretty good.
Your A's, your G's, your exhibitors, your crafty, your
Sacred Craft is like a meeting of the tribe. Everybody's celebrating what they do best and passing it on. This is TC from NHS Santa Cruz Surfboards. People here, my friends, the shapers, the community, we're really stoked. I think it's one of the best events we've had in nearly 25, 30 years. Santa Cruz surf culture is amazing and deserves to be treated like sacred. Primo will flow. So, man.
So Scott, Sacred Craft in Santa Cruz, what do you think?
I'm extremely stoked. I mean, a lot of happy people, a lot of great surfboards, a lot of authentic surf culture. We have a shaping competition, we have food and beverage. Of course, we have Drew doing his fabulous demonstrations, which is a big draw.
What do you think makes this event so unique?
Surfers really only care about two things, and you're married to one, so you know. But when you boil it all down, we care about waves and the equipment to ride them with. And Sacred Craft, well, we certainly can't provide the waves, but we can bring all the guys that make all the equipment and put them together with a bunch of surfers, and I think that's really the key factor.
This is made from upcycled surfboard resin. We contain the leftover resin from the shapers always have a little bit of excess, so we found a way to collect it and turn it into jewelry.
So what is the proper way to pronounce the name of the company?
It is Guayaquil Yerba Mate.
Guayaquil.
Yeah.
So key on the end. Okay. So how much do you put in here for the perfect amount?
Well, it depends on how big your gourd is, but you want to fill it up about 2/3 full of the loose leaf yerba mate.
Yeah.
A little cool water first, and then just add your hot water, or you can always just do it ice cold throughout.
And is this legal?
It's absolutely legal.
I'm gonna give you a poster.
Oh, really?
Sick. I have to do the blue. These ones are popular for last time I did these tattoos.
Yeah?
Some of them I made new ones. How do you like it?
I love it. It's really good.
Thanks.
Yeah, you did a good job, bud.
$2.
You know, anyone that's seen a surfboard built certainly realizes that the building of a surfboard is an art form. But if there's someone that's really taken the surfboard and turned it into art, it's Drew Groth. You know, coloring a surfboard used to be a really important part of the manufacturing process. But sometime during in the 80s and 90s, all of a sudden the clear board sort of took over. And if there was one man who was responsible for bringing the color back to the colorful art of building surfboards, it was Drew Groth.
Thanks, Sam. Install. I have no idea what it's going to look like, but I'm getting ready to find out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this stall alternating going all the way up the board.
So Drew's giving a painting demonstration right now on Sacred Craft. It's going great, and there's a ton of people watching. There's a lot of great questions, and it's all coming together. The board is looking beautiful.
This is going to take a different look. How's it looking? Pretty cool? What's cool about a piece of change, you can kind of lay it all over the place. It's kind of like, we try not to get it perfect. I need one more hand. So it always helps to have a helper. I had to get out of there. It was hot. It was smelly. I like that layered effect.
I'm here with Rob Havasey, artist and creator of this book called The Surf Story, which is, in my opinion, going to make historical significance in the future of surfing. Rob, tell me about how story came about?
I got inspired to do something for the culture, to give back and celebrate all the art. There's so many great pieces of surfing culture, books and movies that capture so many of the pieces of this wonderful culture, but the art is something that hasn't been captured like this, so it's a book of art and surf stories by almost 100 of the greatest surf artists, surf icons.
Tell me some of the people that are in this book.
Long list, John Severson, Jerry Lopez, Bill Ogden, Drew Brophy, Phil Roberts, David Lloyd, it goes on and on. There's almost 100 people and they're all amazing, incredible, eclectic artists, creators, inspirers, people who drive this great surf culture.
Matt Beard, how are you? It's happy to see you. So how's Sacred Craft going for you?
It's insane. It's just a great place. Santa Cruz has been
beard off?
I would grow it back next.
Matt Beard.
I would grow it back next week, and it would look just like this again. It's in my genes.
That's a talent.
It is.
These pins are great for just doing a hand pin line, and you can see what I'm doing is I'm holding my finger on the rail, and I'm pulling with my body. You got all these movements in your hand. You can go like with your wrist, your fingers, your elbow, your shoulder, or your whole body. So the secret to getting a straight pin line is locking your arm, and I move with my body. This is gonna look cool because this is gonna look like it's floating on top of the rest of that stuff. In my studio, you can just imagine me listening to music and I actually sit on a rolly chair, and so I don't have to stand, I just roll around the board, and I have all my pins to where I can grab them. I was truly overwhelmed by the surf community in Santa Cruz. I'm stoked to be part of it. Look, now you can just look at that and you're at the beach. Yes, yeah. What's your name? Jan. Jan? Hi, Jan. Enjoy. Thank you. All right, one for Josh. What's your name?
Hunter.
Hunter. Oh, it's so good. So much to see. Make sure you get upstairs. There you go. Woo. After tearing down, Dylan and I couldn't wait to hang out by the pool. The best part for me was surfing right out front. All right, we did it, everybody. Here's a toast to Santa Cruz, Sacred Craft,
and the Dream Inn.
All right.